Hi, hello and greetings to everyone. I now welcome you all to our YouTube channel to watch our group video presentation regarding educational purposes. We will do our video based on our topic, littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. However, littering and poor waste disposal is one of the common issues that is rising in Papua New Guinea from the Highlands region to Southern region and from New Guinea Islands to Momase. In this video, we will show you and give you some tips and some ways of how to minimize littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. I now would like to introduce my group and I about the topic that we choose because it's a problem we see around us every day on the streets, in marketplaces, near schools, and even at the university campus, which is the University of Goroka. It's often ignored or taken lightly, but its impact is real and widespread. We can believe that by talking about it, we can help raise awareness for educational purposes and encourage everyone, which include all the citizens of this country, Papua New Guinea, to take responsibility and delegated duties to keep our environment and our surrounding safe and sound from littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce my fellow members and myself who take up different parts of this topic. Firstly, I am Cedric Ben from Morobe Province and I take a Bachelor of Arts in Education, majoring History and minoring REPD, which is Religious Education and Personal Development. And I'm the first speaker, which I will introduce all my other fellow members for this video. The second speaker for this video presentation is Rotana Allen, and she is from Million Bay. She is taking up Bachelor of Arts in Education, majoring Accounting and minoring in LNL or Language and Literature. However, she'll be talking about the causes of littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. The third speaker is Devila Benson, and she is from Morobe. She is taking up Bachelor of Arts in Education, majoring in Accounting and minoring in Language and Literature. And she'll be talking about effects on the environment and the health of the people of Papua New Guinea based on the topic, which is littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. The fourth speaker is Cindy Kandi, and she is from Southern Islands Province in Papua New Guinea. She is now undertaking Bachelor of Arts in Education, majoring in Accounting and minoring in LNL or Language and Literature. And she'll be talking about the solution for littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. The last and the final speaker is Max Paya, and he is from Ella Province in Papua New Guinea. And he's taking up Bachelor of Science in Education, majoring Agriculture and minoring Biology. However, in this video presentation, we would like you to watch with confident understanding and know what we present to you, because this video is made purposely for educational purpose and awareness in the country regarding littering and poor waste disposal in the Papua New Guinea. The reason why we, the student of the University of Goroka, came up with that video is to help and support the health authority to make awareness to the citizen of this country to look after the environment and the surrounding that they are living in, so that this nation will be a healthy and a better place for everyone to live, so that it can also affect the tourism from other countries to come and visit, and when they visit, they will give more money to our nation, and that will build the economy for this country.
Moving on, I want us to take a further step into looking at the main causes of littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. The truth is, this problem is not just about being careless. It's about deeper issues that affect how we live, how we learn, and how we think about our environment. There are so many causes of littering and poor waste disposal in Papua New Guinea. However, let me explain the four main causes that are famous in affecting our country. Firstly, one of the biggest problems is the lack of public awareness and environmental education. And this does not apply to villages or communities in the rural areas. It also includes all of us, people in the urban centers and also students at all levels of studies. Many of us don't fully understand on how our actions like throwing rubbish on the ground or sorting our waste are damaging our environment, our health, and also our future. Environmental education is still not fully emphasized in most schools. Even in universities, it's often not a priority. As Koppel 2019 from the University of Papua New Guinea stated, environmental education is lacking in most communities and schools, making it difficult on people on how to understand the impacts of waste and the environment health. For example, if you look around in many schools, you find betel nut stains, plastic wrappers lying around everywhere, even when rubbish bins are just nearby. That clearly shows that we are not taking this issue seriously enough. Secondly, another major cause is the lack of proper waste management services. This is not just a problem in communities or towns, it is also affecting schools and even in the university levels as well. In many places, there aren't enough rubbish bins for people to throw rubbish in, or there are no proper disposal rubbish places for people to dispose rubbish. Sometimes bins are full or not separated for different types of rubbish to be thrown. Danaya 2021 from the Divine Word University stated that most urban centers in PNG lack reliable and consistent waste collection, which contributes to illegal dumping and littering. So even when people want to do the right thing, the system is not supporting them. For example, in some places or some schools, students are forced to dump rubbish behind dormitories or classrooms and burn it because there is no regular collection of rubbish in place. Thirdly, another major issue or another cause of littering and poor waste disposal is the rapid urbanization and overcrowding. As more people move into towns and cities, schools and communities become overcrowded and under-resourced. This puts a lot of pressure on waste management. The National Research Institute in 2020 stated that the increasing growth of informal settlements in urban areas has placed a strain on waste services, creating an environment for uncontrolled littering. Think of a public school with over 1,000 students but only a few rubbish bins or no proper waste education. Students will naturally throw rubbish everywhere. The same thing happens in big universities where thousands of students live on campus but there are no clear waste disposal plan. And finally, one of the deepest causes of littering and poor waste disposal is cultural attitudes and daily habits. Let's be honest, many of us, even educated students, still think someone will clean up after we leave. We chew betel nut and spit everywhere, even throw our betel nut husks everywhere. Even when we finish eating a snack, we still don't mind to put our rubbish in the right place. We throw our plastic rubbish and food wrappers at anywhere around the school, even when rubbish bins are just 2 steps away from us. As Kambuau in 2018 rightly said, littering has become a socially accepted practice in some parts of Papua New Guinea due to poor attitudes and lack of accountability. This is sometimes we see every day. We lack integrity as humans. Integrity means that doing the right thing when no one is looking. And even on the university campus, students drop wrappers or soft drinks outside lecture rooms and just walk away, expecting cleaners to come and pick after them. No one else bothers to speak up because it becomes a normal to everyone. Nobody thinks of being accountable of their own rubbish. People think that they can do anything or leave their rubbish behind, expecting others to collect after them. But this mindset has to come to an end. We all have to be accountable and we all have to be integral in doing everything that we are expected of.
Alright, let's continue on with our presentation. I am the third speaker and I will be talking about the effects of littering and poor waste disposal and how they affect the environment and the people. First, let's delve into looking at how the problems of littering and poor waste disposal is affecting our health. First is spread of diseases. Littering and poor waste disposal around the campus causes spread of diseases. When we don't litter rubbish in the proper places and throwing them everywhere, it attracts flies, mosquitoes, and rats, which transmit disease such as malaria, typhoid, and diarrhea. Moreover, it also have a very big impact on the students' learning, making them to skip classes and delay of assessments. Second is bad smell. When food scraps, paper, or other organic materials are thrown everywhere and not properly disposed of, they start to rot. This decomposition releases bad smell into the air, which makes students to feel sick and lose focus in classes. Second point is on littering and poor waste disposal on the environment. Number 1, dirty environment or school ground. Littering rubbish and spitting of betel nut everywhere makes the environment or school look untidy and unwelcoming. It also affects the student pride in learning environment. Furthermore, living in littered environment increases stress, anxiety, and feeling of helplessness. The other effect of environment is soil and water pollution. Plastic and chemicals in rubbish can harm the soil and nearby water sources, making it hard for plants to grow. As the litter decomposes, it can release harmful chemicals that leads into the soil and water, contaminating crops. Ingestion of these contaminated foods can expose humans to this toxin, poison, and long-term health risks. As it was stated by the World Health Organization, poor waste management leads not only to environmental degradation but also endangered public health.
The first solution is education and awareness. We must start with education and awareness campaigns. Studies by United Nations Educational, Science and Cultural Organization shows that when students learn about sustainability at an early age, they are more likely to adopt positive behaviors for life. In Papua New Guinea, the Communication, Education and Public Awareness Environmental Strategy also highlights the need for more public education. So, teaching hygiene and environmental care is in schools using media like radio and posters in Tokpishin and local language can really make an impact. The second solution is improved waste infrastructure. Our waste infrastructure needs serious improvement. Research from United Nations Habitat has shown that when public places lack bins and regular collection, people resort to dumping waste illegally. In Papua New Guinea, urban areas, markets, and settlements often go without basic services. The government and local councils must act by installing more bins and maintaining regular collection. The third solution is law enforcement. Stricter law enforcement is needed. Eventually, Papua New Guinea has environmental laws under Environmental Act. They are often not enforced. According to studies in environmental psychology, like the one by Skiles and his team, when people don't fear penalties, littering becomes a norm. Fines and community service for repeat offender can create a culture of discipline. The fourth solution is community engagement. We need community engagement. Researcher Jules Pretty calls this social capital. When people work together, they manage resources better. In Papua New Guinea, youth groups, churches, and school clubs can organize cleanups and teach others. Programs like World Cleanup Day in Papua New Guinea have shown how powerful this kind of engagement can be. The final solution is promoting recycling. We should promote recycling. A report by United Nations Environmental Practice says recycling reduces landfill waste and even creates jobs. Right now, groups like Zero Plastics PNC are showing that even small communities can separate plastics and compost organic waste, and so schools and neighborhoods can start simple recycling programs.
Hi everyone, let's continue with our video presentation. I'm the final speaker. I'll be concluding and provide some recommendation based on our title, based on littering and waste disposal in our country. My colleagues have further elaborated based on some of the causes of littering and waste disposal in the country, effect on the environment and health in the Papua New Guinea, public attitude and behavior that contribute towards this poor waste disposal in our country, and has explained some of the solutions that will help minimize littering and waste disposal in our country. Littering and poor waste disposal are not just stress. They reflect a careless behavior that grow over time. Addressing littering and poor waste disposal is essential for environment and health in Papua New Guinea. As a noble literature based on Elinor Estron said, managing shared resources work best when everyone were involved through education, improved waste management, infrastructure, recycling and community involvement are not only realistic, they are necessary in our country. If we Papua New Guinean, we apply them consistently, we will manage our country well, and waste disposal and poor rubbish management, littering and poor waste disposal in our country, we can minimize it by some of the means and ways. As an intellectual and elites of the Papua New Guinean, we can build cleaner and healthier, brighter future for our country and young generation yet to come. All in all, every change starts within ourselves. As a citizens of the country, please stop littering and manage our environment, take care of our environment so that other countries can see and use our country as an example, and they can follow our procedures and protocol in our places. If this video helpful in educational purposes, please do subscribe, like, comment and share. If you have any thoughts, drop it in the comment section. See you on the next episode. Thank you.